Hi guys, I'm back today with a little bit of a different video. I'll go over a few starting hands and different scenarios, and I'll explain what I pick and why. Let me know if you enjoy the format, and let's get started. So yeah, the first hand I drew is already pretty interesting. We have Mining Guild and Point Luna, two really cool corps, two of my favorite corps in the game I think. And let's just pick Point Luna for now, because I think Point Luna is a little bit stronger than Mining Guild. And let's see these preludes. Um, yeah, they don't jump out at me for either Mining Guild or Point Luna because we don't see any earth tags and there aren't any tiles. So I think I'll just pick these two because I think these are the generally stronger preludes. I mean, biofuels I don't like it that much, and Galilean mining is alright, but I don't like the -5, especially with these two corps. They are both pretty poor. Let's look at the cards. Alright, Commercial District is cool for Mining Guild because it's a tile that I can play early on. And I see a few steel targets. Yeah, I think this isn't the Point Luna hand. We have no earth tags in the starting 10 and we have no earth tags on the preludes. So I think I'd pick Mining Guild here. These two preludes still. We can really use the power now that we know that we have ore processor. So this becomes definitely more achievable. Yeah, we can't get to 4 energy production with our starting cards, but maybe we pick up some energy production later on. So these two for sure. Then house printing. I mean, house printing is not a very efficient card in the early game because of the point. It's very expensive, but Mining Guild has so much steel production that I would pick it up. Potentially so much steel production. I mean, with this setup we only have the one from the start and then Commercial District. So yeah, I think I'd pick these 6 cards. And I think there's an argument for Algae because Mining Guild leans into the ground game, but we already have 6 cards and I think that's enough, especially because Mining Guild starts off with only 30 cash. So yeah, I'll pick these 6 cards together with these 2 preludes and play Mining Guild, and I think I'm quite happy with my starting hand. Alright, this is the second hand I drew. And we have Helion and Valley Trust. I really don't like Helion, but I really like Valley Trust. And I think the hand needs to be really catered for Helion to convince me to pick this corp. I think Valley Trust is just a much better corp than Helion. But let's take a look at that. So I think these two preludes are just much better than these two. I mean, if you're playing Tharsis or Ecoline, then early settlement is quite alright, but society support is probably never good. So yeah, let's take a look at the starting hand. I think this is a bait for new players to pick Helion. Aerobreak Demonia Asteroid is just a really bad card, so I won't pick that up even if I'm Helion. And this looks like a weird starting hand, but what I already see is Valley Trust has an earth tech, right? Then we pick these 2 preludes. We pick Cartel, Imported, Space Hotels. So my idea was, I didn't see that this was Cartel, I thought it was Sponsors. To play Sponsors together with my earth tech from Valley Trust, we would have 2 earth techs to play Space Hotels. I mean, I could still play Cartel, that's just a little more inefficient than Sponsors because it costs 2 mega credits more. But then we still have a money production of 6 from the first gen on, so yeah, that's pretty strong. Definitely pick up Nitrogen. I think this is one of the strongest cards in the game. Just need to find some plant tags. Greenhouses is quite good in the late game, but I don't think I would pick it up with Valley Trust because Valley Trust doesn't really have that much money. Protected tabs can always be great, so probably I'll pick that up. it's a little bit sad because we pick up 5 steel from Smelting Plant and 4 steel from Metal Rich Asteroid. We can't use it on anything on the starting hand. Only greenhouses, but again, that's not something I would pick in the early game. And we could honestly think about Regolith, because we paid 2 mega credits less for it, and it's the first gen, so maybe I would pick it up, but I really don't like Regolith. And that would be like the combo with Aero Break, but yeah, I think this card is just way too overpriced for what it does, so even with Regolith I wouldn't pick it up. And would I pick up this thing? Maybe I wouldn't pick up this thing. No, maybe I would just pick up these 4 cards. Play Cartel and Space Hotels, and then see what the game brings to me. And I think because we picked Valley Trust, I even want to see my first prelude. So let's roll this and see what we get from the Valley Trust prelude. Just skip very fast through these turns. Okay, then this is the, oh no, it's Ecoline. I thought it's the weird AI thing where they pick up plant oceans, but with Ecoline it actually makes a lot of sense to pick up the plants, because now he can already place the greenery. Alright. Picks up 2 alright plant cards, not amazing plant cards, but alright. And let's see what we get. Interesting. So I like the card we get from Research Outpost, Research Outpost, because we only have 4 cards on hand. We don't really need the power production for anything from the get-go, so I think this is a really great prelude, but not for us right now. And we certainly don't need the money, because we don't have a lot of stuff to play in the first gen. We can play these 2 cards, and I don't think we need to play anything else. So loan is not great for us. I would pick IO Research and just take a look at the cards. So yeah, we got Carbonate. It's a good card, so I would still play the gen. Like I said, I would play Cartel for the 2 money production, and then we have 2 Earth Tags and can play Space Hotels and have 6 money production in the first gen, which is quite good. So yeah, that's what I would pick in this scenario. And now to the third and final hand of today. UNMI against Vitor. Vitor is, in my opinion, probably the strongest corp in the base game plus preludes. And UNMI, I think, is underrated. I think UNMI is quite good. But let's pick Vitor for now, and let's look at the starting hand. So Aquifer Turbines is already an amazing card for UNMI, because it gives you a terraforming step without having to do anything in the first gen. And these 2 cards would give me the potential of playing an oxygen bumper in the second gen already, so quite good combo. But I don't think that I would pick these 2 together if I don't have an oxygen bumper. But let's see. We have an oxygen bumper. Okay, we definitely picked these 2, and this is actually probably an UNMI game then. First gen we can bump, we can do our action because of the ocean, and second gen we can already use our bumper. We just need 1 more ocean plate, and then that's an amazing UNMI start, I think. I mean, I haven't looked at the other cards yet. The other cards are not that great. I mean, Sponsors is good. Mass Use certainly good. Then we pick up the oxygen bumper for sure. And everything else looks a little silly. I mean, What a combo, tardigrades and extreme cold fungus. So yeah, no, oh no, that's not a good combo. Tardigrades is just so inefficient in gathering points, and I would pick up this one for it. There's an argument for micro mills plus imported GHG, but I mean this is 6 money and this is 10, so it's 16 for 2 heat production and 3 heat. That's not good. It's really not good. So I think, are we first? No, we're second, sadly. Because with the ocean, prelude ocean, we could pick up 2 cards. And I think I would roll just with these 3 cards. I would just pick these 3 cards. Yeah, I mean, we can take another look at the prelude. So, eccentric sponsor is no option for us because we have no expensive card on hand. So, this is out of the question. Then Mohole excavation surely combos quite nice with some heat production on our hand, but I don't like this card. I think the steel and heat production is just randomly thrown together, and the energy production we get from these 2 preludes is just too good to pass up if we have an oxygen bumper on our starting hand. So yeah, I would probably pick UNMI, these 2 preludes, and then probably only these 3 cards. Then I would hope that we get the card ocean with our prelude, so we just need this player not to play an ocean prelude. And there are, I think, 2 ocean preludes left, Polar Industries and Great Aquifer. So if he doesn't have one of these, then we're good. We can pick up the 2 cards and do our action in the first gen together with sponsors, and in the second gen we either have to do standard ocean plus water splitting plant, or we just hope that any of the other players placed an ocean. And I think that's pretty likely that some of these guys does that. So yeah, I think it's a pretty good start for UNMI, just a little shy on cards, but I think we can do with that. That's it for today's video. Let me know if you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please leave a like and consider subscribing. Also, let me know in the comments if you decided differently. See you next time.